welcome yourselves back to the YouTube channel. Here to talk about the top 10 most anticipated games of 2023. We've done movies, we've done TV shows, and now it's games. I will throw this out there. There are two games on this list that are speculated and very heavily rumored coming out this year. So they will be featured on this list. If they end up being delayed, that is obviously out of my hands. But through announcements, trailers, and what we know, they are meant to both drop this year, and you'll find them out in just a minute. One honorable mention I will throw on this list is Dead Space. That is going to be coming out on the 27th of January this month. I'm excited, but I never really played them growing up, and I think this is a remake of the first one, so what better way to play them is get back into the first game that is going to be launching this month. So stick around for that gameplay, most likely coming to the channel. But now, without further ado, let's jump into the top 10 games of 2023 that I'm excited for. Subscribe, like, of course. Let me know down below your most anticipated games of this year. And of course, stick around for the reviews, walkthroughs, and more coming from these games this year. So, starting off with the sort of in-game order of what's going to be released. The first one being the SpongeBob SquarePants, the Cosmic Shake game. I think this is the sequel to, is it Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated? Which I absolutely loved. I thought it was such an awesome game. Great graphics, great story. Love the collectible side of things, and I'm excited for Cosmic Shake. That is out on the 31st, I believe, of this month. Hogwarts Legacy dropping on the 10th of Feb. I can't even overstate. This game looks phenomenal. A Harry Potter based game set at Hogwarts with Hogsmeade and spells and open world. You know there's going to be a lot of issues with the game, but overall, once this game, gets released, gets updated, gets all the bugs out of it, it has the potential to be, I hate to say it, one of the greatest open world games of all time, because you get to be in one of the houses you loved. You get to probably see portraits and learn about characters that you may have heard whispers of. So it's going to be intriguing to play Hogwarts Legacy. It's definitely it may be my number one most participated game of this year, but I have to go with Dead Island 2. I think because I've been waiting for this since I was in high school, maybe year 8 or 9. I played Dead Island 1, one of my all-time favorite games. Riptide, I loved. And then obviously after the failure of Escape at Dead Island, and all the promises of Dead Island 2 and the trailers we got and the constant issues. I never thought we'd get this game, even though it's been delayed again. We are getting it in April, so I'm very, very excited to be going to LA, or Hella, if you will. The next game is Expanse. This is going to be the first game back for Telltale coming summer of this year. I have no idea anything about the Expanse, but I'm more excited because it's going to be back from Telltale. The new team, obviously going to be new formulas and whatnot, but as long as they go back to their roots of different avenues of storytelling, I am all for it. The next game is going to be Spider-Man 2. I'll be honest, I'm not a PlayStation player. I have never finished the original Spider-Man or the Miles Morales game. I own both, and they're both going to get completed this year on the channel, and then we're going to dive into Spider-Man 2. I love Spider-Man, but because I never really owned a PlayStation 4, and I've owned a PlayStation 5 since it launched, but I never really just played it. I just don't know this. I'm just not a big fan of the PlayStation console, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Same with God of War. I've never played God of War 1, but I definitely want to play that in Ragnarok at some point. The next game on this list is Jedi Survivor. Loved the first one. Fallen Order was a fantastic game, bringing Cal into the world of Star Wars, Jedi mechanics, villains, Darth Vader. What more can you ask for? But now in brand new story comes to us with the book coming out that ties the story between the first and second game. Very excited to see Cal back, and it's going to be fantastic. Resident Evil 4 drops their remake this March. Very excited. Resident Evil 3 remake was terrific. Same with the Resident Evil 2 remake. They've always been fantastic, and I'm very much intrigued to go back 2. I don't know if this is in Raccoon City. Again, I didn't grow up on the Resident Evil games, but overall, I'm excited nevertheless because they always look good. The villains are always cool. The art, the designs are always fantastic and flawless. And the last game that is on this list that is definitely out this year is Street Fighter 6. Love fighting games, whether it be Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, whatever it may be. Street Fighter 6 is definitely on this list. And the final two games are going to be two games that have been talked about, have been given trailers. You know, the first one is going to be Tekken 8. I'm very much excited for this. Tekken is my favorite fighting game. Grew up with it since the second game. Um, yeah, I just love how the art styles have changed. The fighting style has been modified. Characters we've known since Tekken 1, 2, 3 are coming back. And of course, it's just another Tekken game at the end of the day. You can make all your stories you want, but it's just the fighting we're here for at the end of the day. But a story does complement it with Heihachi and Jin and the rest of them, especially when, is it Jen? Is it Jen Kinzawa, his mother, is going to be playable for the first time ever, I believe. And the final game on this list is Wolf Among Us 2. Absolutely adored Bigsby and Fabletown and everything they did back in 2013, the game that followed Walking Dead Season 1. And I'm just so intrigued by Wolf Among Us 2, bringing Adam Harrington back into the role of Bigby. 10 years later, hope it drops this year. Next gen graphics. We've seen the trailers, we've seen the discussions, we've seen the cast members say they're working on it. It's just a big thing of if it doesn't drop this year, fans are going to be boycotting Telltale because The Expanse is probably not what people expected to release first. We probably wanted a Batman season 3, or they obviously went with the simpler option, but ultimately fans want Wolf Among Us more than anything. So hopefully we do get both that and Tekken 8 this year, because these 10 games, if you think 10 games in a 12-month period with other games yet to be announced and unveiled, that is mad. That's 10 games that are going to fill you up for the 12 months of this year. So stick around for more game reveals and announcements and news information from myself. Let me know down below if you agree with this list and if you would add anything else. Of course, I do not play Switch at the moment, obviously, hence why the Zelda game is not on this list, and maybe any other games that you can think of as well. So if you want to see any of these walkthroughs on the channel, let me know. If you want to see any games that did not feature on the channel, let me know. I intend to get hold of a Switch again down the line to play Pokemon Scarlet or Violet and more games as well. Thanks for as always. Subscribe and like, and goodbye.